Okay, in this video, we're showing you how to assemble your instrument. So for those of you who have snare drum pads with a snare drum stand, I'm going to show you how to assemble the stand and then put the practice pad in it. Now, for right now, if you just have your practice pad sitting on like your table or your bed or whatever, especially in these times when we're not in school, that is totally fine. Just make sure it's about waist level, whatever. Okay? But if you have a stand, it's probably going to come and look like this. Okay, so there's a bunch of different knobs on here and a bunch of different things, and the problem with this is everyone's is going to be a little different. Okay, so it might take you some trial and error at home to try to figure out how you're supposed to do this. Okay, the very first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make sure the basket piece, which is this piece right here that I had in my hands, this piece right here, is facing up. Okay, so usually there's a knob right here in the center that turns. Okay, the knob looks like this for mine. I want to unscrew that a little bit to where this piece becomes loose, okay? So that it goes like this. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it to where it's basically straight up and down, and then I'm gonna tighten that knob back up, okay? So that's step number one. Now, over here, you're probably gonna have two knobs right here. So you're gonna have this top one and then this bottom one, okay? This bottom one, if you loosen it, should control the feet, okay? So how far out the feet are. Now, we do not want the feet to be very narrow like this, because then this could easily topple over and fall, okay? So we want the feet to be almost as far out as we can get, and then we want to tighten that up, okay? So now I've tightened the feet to where these won't move anymore, and this top basket piece won't move, okay? Now this last piece right here, you can adjust now, but you're going to want to adjust it later too. What this piece does is this adjusts the height of the snare drum stand. So this is a drum set stand, just so it's small enough for me to show you. But you want to make sure that it's waist high, and you can always adjust this piece later. Okay, so right to tighten, left to loosen. Okay, so we go to the left if we loosen it, right if we want to tighten it. Okay, the very last piece that you're going to be concerned about is this basket part at the top. Okay, so what I always do, this black piece down here, if you see, it moves up and down. Okay, in a circle. And what that does is it allows this piece at the top to open very wide, or it closes this piece up. So if I tighten it to the right, it tightens it up. If I open it to the left, it loosens it up. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to take your practice pad, you're going to sit it inside the basket. So if you look at my practice pad, you look at the top here, and I'm sorry, I'm trying to look at the camera. Right here, there's space in between there. So what I want to do is I want to tighten this. I'm going to tighten to the right. Missing a spot. Okay, but tighten to the right until it stops. I don't want to tighten so far that it's hard to twist. Okay, so I've just tightened it enough to where it's not going to move. Okay, and then what I would do is I would set this whole piece on the ground, and then I would raise or lower this middle piece here until this was right at my waist. Okay, so that is how you assemble the instrument. So there you go. We will see you guys later on.